Well, a popular Long Island restaurant remains closed this morning following a carbon monoxide leak that left one person dead and dozens hospitalized. The Legal Seafoods restaurant in Huntington, Long Island was evacuated suddenly on Saturday night.
The restaurant's general manager, Steve Nelson, was found unconscious in a basement bathroom and was later pronounced dead. Police say a broken pipe in a water heater caused the leak. The restaurant was due for its annual inspection next month.
Well, now here to talk more about the dangers of carbon monoxide poisoning is Dr. Cliff Bassett, Medical Director of the Allergy and Asthma Care of New York Center. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Now, people need to know that this is almost completely preventable. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Carbon dioxide poisoning, it's deadly, it's odorless, you can't taste it, you can't see it. What people need to know is very inexpensive. Under $20, you can purchase a carbon monoxide monitor, keep it in your home outside your bedroom, and change the batteries twice a year. That's very important. It's a very simple solution. Be proactive, prevent this from happening. It's so very important. This is preventable.
And people don't do this. People aren't spending the 20 bucks, and you just plug it in, right? You don't need an electrician, you don't need anybody to fire this thing up, do you?
Frequently, you can have a combination smoke detector, carbon monoxide monitor. They're very inexpensive. You can get fancy ones, but for less than $20, you could find it on the internet or a local store.
Yeah.
It's so important, but change the batteries twice a year. People sometimes forget, and also keep them outside your bedroom.
We do it daylight savings time. A lot of people do that so that you just remember.
Absolutely. Great way to remember. That's so very important because the symptoms are very tricky. Now, if you're in a restaurant, you're not thinking about having carbon monoxide poisoning, you're relaxing, the symptoms of early poisoning are similar to the flu. Dizziness, headache, nausea, not feeling well. Oh, you must have eaten something. Maybe you have a stomach bug. Right now I'm seeing norovirus. In the office as an allergist, I'm seeing all kinds of respiratory viruses. It's similar, the early symptoms, to like a flu-like illness, except with flu, sometimes you'll have fever, clearly. So that may be different. But the more severe symptoms, confusion, that happens later on. So the key is this. The minutes count.
How long does the gas have to be leaking before you start to feel the effects?
It's the concentration of the gas and the duration of exposure. What happens is carbon dioxide loves to attach to red blood cells. It knocks off the oxygen. That's not going to work. You're going to suffocate. You're not going to get the oxygen to two very important organs, the brain and the heart, and there can be long-term complications. So it is no joke. If you smell something and you think there's carbon monoxide, it may be a combustion in the kitchen. It's not, the gas appliances is exhausting improperly. That's maybe what happened here. You have to get out. You can't look around and investigate and say, where's it coming from?
You got to get out.
You got to get out, fresh air.
Look what happened this weekend. First responders got sick, and they succumb as well. Just not fatally. Now, you talk about concentration of the gas and duration, but also what about space? I mean, an enclosed space makes it worse, too.
Absolutely, and it's worse for certain populations. Unborn children, very at risk of the effects of carbon monoxide. The elderly, the death rate over 65 is the highest, and also people have asthma, respiratory problems, cardiac problems, children. As an asthma specialist, kids breathe faster than adults. Therefore, they're going to get more carbon monoxide. The effects can be deadlier, and it's very important in developing brain. So you want to understand there are risk factors, there are risk groups, but it's all about being prevention and knowing some of the symptoms. And again, oxygen is the treatment, getting out in fresh air, and sometimes people will actually require hyperbaric oxygen in a pressurized area to get rid of that. So again, time is of the essence. If there's any suggestion that there's an exposure, get out into fresh air, then call 911 from a neighbor's house. It's very important to know that.
Yeah, so the trick is don't investigate, don't try to figure it out, just get out and start airing out the area.
Right, if you think there may be CO around, get out.
Right, and as Dr. Bassett said, if you do one thing today, make sure that you get one of these detectors for your home. So thank you very much.
18 bucks and you can save your life.
Absolutely.
Dr. Clifford Bassett, thank you so much for joining us. And currently, New York law only requires carbon monoxide detectors in homes and businesses where people sleep, like hotels. So that's another loophole that probably should be closed. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, thank you.
Great to be with you guys.